Hi again, Andy here. I'm going to carry on with some of the complicated modeling I've been showing you. Recall in the past videos, I started off showing you how to extrude a part. We made a simple Lego piece. And then I talked about and showed you revolving a part and then did a lot more complicated stuff. In fact, ultimately making a machine screw with a hex thread and showed you a lot of the tools and things that you're going to be using pretty frequently in different ways, but you've seen them now. What I didn't want to do is leave you with the notion that using a tool like SolidWorks or any other CAD package that we get down and design and model every intimate little piece. We don't usually do that because there is a community of people out there doing things. So I introduced the notion of the libraries to you, and let's actually go and try something with the libraries. For starters, I'm going to open a new a new assembly this time. And there, we're back to the assembly world. And like I showed you in a previous video, there are all kinds of libraries that SolidWorks has, which enable you to use pre-made parts. Now, as you'll recall, in assembly, starting from scratch, it needs a display environment or a configuration, which I just gave it. And in assembly is where I would actually be using a lot of the libraries. For instance, I showed you in the previous video inserting a screw. Well, there's a pan head screw. With this in assembly, there's a lot more features I can add. I can define the length of the screw. Let's say it's a 13 millimeter length of the screw, and it could be an M5. So there's the screw. So if you were putting this into a part, then you not only have a nice drawing of the screw that already exists, but you've actually got pieces that you can assemble and lay out, and you can keep using more and more of them. So that's kind of handy, and you'll find that is really useful, and you'll find a lot more parts and things over in the design library. So feel free to root through that and, just like a toolbox, find anything you might need. Those parts that are made already and are in the SolidWorks library are there for you to use, and for the most part the dimensions are correct, and you can rely on those pretty well for designing things for dimensions and whatnot. But there's more resources than that. I'm just going to minimize the SolidWorks window, and I'm going to drag over my browser. And here I'm at a website called GrabCAD, grabcad.com. And GrabCAD is a community open source, effectively, platform where people upload the models that they've built. So you'll find everything from 3D CAD models of weapons and things, to cars, to people, to anything you might want. Before you can use GrabCAD, you'll want to actually log in, create an account and log in. But you'll find that it's got incredibly rich selection of things. One thing that is actually nice is you can search for something that you want. For instance, I might want machine screws. And I'm going to find a lot of screws. And these are models of things that people like you have actually made and created and then uploaded for others to share and use. You can also select which version of software you're using. You can pretty much download anything, and SolidWorks has a lot of interpreters to be able to convert it into a format that you'd like. I won't go into the details there. One of the easiest things to do is just simply go in the software menu on GrabCAD and just specify you only want to look at SolidWorks models. And so you can find a lot of stuff. Now, I'm not going to search for machine screws because we already have lots of those in the library, but you know, one of the things that would be nice to make is a phone case. Everybody has nowadays a smartphone, and you go and you spend anywhere from $10 to $100 on a case. Why not make your own? You have enough skills now with what I've shown you in solid modeling with SolidWorks to actually make your own. But the starting point for the case is the phone itself. So this is where something like GrabCAD is really nice. So if I were to search for an LG G6, let's say, someone has made a year ago an LG G6 phone model. And you'll see comments from others who've used it about dimensions and whatnot. But basically, a student like you often has created this model to show off their skills and has uploaded it for community use. I really encourage you to start thinking about doing that sort of work if you enjoy doing solid modeling. You can download the files, and you'll find that the files will extract. And you'll be able to actually use this part. So for instance, I'm just going to close GrabCAD, and I'm going to bring back my SolidWorks window, and now I'll try to insert the component. I just put it on my desktop so I can find it. There it is. And so somebody's made for us a phone, and you can oftentimes insert that directly into your model. So you don't have to start from scratch all the time. It's nice to be able to for a lot of parts, but it's also nice to share and rely on others who've already done some work. So we're going to move on from this video, and I'm going to go through the exercise of maybe making a cell phone case from this model, and we'll come to the end and actually 3D print the case as we move along. Look forward to carrying on and leading you through some of this stuff. Thanks for watching.